I just finished a drama called Our Beloved Summer. And the main lead of that drama is an artist that spends all of his working hours alone, by himself, at the bottom floor of his house, just doing his art. And watching him throughout the entire drama made me realize, in today's world at least, such a fine line between being alone and being lonely. So why am I bringing this up? I've been working remote for about 6 to 7 months now. Working from home can get pretty lonely. I do want to start on the opposite spectrum and say there are a lot of benefits to working at home. I can find myself rolling out of bed and getting right to work. I don't need to buy a car. I can live anywhere, essentially. I can hop onto a Zoom call wearing a hoodie. I don't have to wear pants. I am wearing pants. I'm just saying that if I didn't have to, but I am wearing, why did I even say that? But of course, the positives, there are also negatives to working remote. I would say the biggest turnoff for working remote is the physical environment. I don't know why I did that. I just want to talk about the days and hours where you're working alone in the house almost all day, every day. I don't like being alone with my thoughts. And this not only applies to people that have jobs or have careers, this 100% also applies to students who have been victims of virtual learning. And it really sucks. I had to deal with it my final semester of undergrad. I feel your pain. But ironically, one of the reasons I did decide to work for the company I'm working for right now is they offered remote work or virtual work. Actually, it wasn't that they offered it, that was all they had. And that process eventually was my ability to choose where I wanted to live. And you guys know how I feel about living here right now. Now, even though I am living with 2 of my college friends, I am still dealing with the effects of working in isolation all of the time while they go off and go to their work. This may be a completely different conversation if I were married, or if I still lived with my family, or if I had kids. Would I rather be in any of those situations? Oh my god, I'm still a kid. I would say the biggest fear that I have in these huge tech companies or companies that have remote work is that they're thinking that technological advancement and digital connection should be a substitute for human and social connection. Because especially in our generation, loneliness is, I would consider at least, incredibly dangerous and a disease. The long-term mental health damages that can potentially be caused by loneliness and the stresses of loneliness is such a dangerous factor of depression, anxiety, and unhappiness. And social interaction and connection in a work environment is crucial to a happy work life and crucial to a happy company culture. Most of us spend the bulk of our awake days at work, so it's not surprising that most of our social interactions can be at work. It's not like I don't communicate with my coworkers at all. You know, we have Zoom, other people may have Teams and Google Meet. I do have at least 1 to 2 meetings every day, so I do get to see some faces, but it's just different talking to a computer than talking in person. For example, I don't know how tall anyone is in my company. The running joke is that all of us are like 7'6". They're only hiring Yao Mings here. So how can we combat loneliness in remote work, at least? Or how do I manage the massive amounts of alone time that I get every day? I mean, of course, the times that I do work, but the times outside of my hours of work, it's really funny because my alone time is where I feel like I am and act who I truly am, in like a behavioral aspect at least. And what I mean by that is, what kind of person are you when you're by yourself and you know that no one is watching you? I also try to, and only during the times I can afford to, bring up non-work related topics or discussions with my coworkers in our virtual meetings and actually get to know these people you work with every day. I truly do want to be friendly or friends with every person on my team. I love them all, but no one's telling me their damn height, my goodness. There are even days where I go down to DC and work face-to-face with other coworkers at a WeWork. I love doing that, especially because working with people is a privilege to me. Here's another one. During the weekdays, outside of work, invest in your own time. Like, actually invest in your time. There are a lot of people that work 9 to 5 and then YouTube or Netflix for the rest of their day. As long as that's not every single day, I guess that's fine. Invest in your interests and skill sets. For me, what skill sets am I trying to invest in? Mario Kart. Oh, you! You! Oh, I need to get a life. I have a gym membership. I'm investing in my body, but actually today's my rest day, so I'm not going to the gym. No, but then you guys are gonna think that I don't work out. But I mean, like, yo, look at, this is an oversized sweater. No. Dang it. The most obvious one, of course, for me is trying to grow this channel and invest in this channel in the direction that I want it to go to. And for you guys that are only seeing me like here, there's a lot that goes outside of just speaking and filming. It's really just the other half of my day, just sitting here and editing this content. And I'm in the same sedentary position as I am during work. So honestly, on days that I edit, I'm sitting for about 10 to 16 hours a day. Really healthy boy. When you're dealing with large periods of aloneness, the best way you can invest in your time is actually being active in interacting with people or reaching out to friends. Once you get out of college, it's so hard to not only make new friends, but to keep in touch with your current friends. And this isn't a thing where like people are gonna come to you with time. Like, I urge you to like go out there. You know, we're all grinding, we're all working our butts off, we're all so career focused. We tend to forget about our investments in our social interactions and in our social circles. Part of why I am now on the East Coast is because most of my friends live here and I have more opportunities and chances to reach out to them. And I try my best. I am planning trips in the upcoming weeks to New York, DC, Pittsburgh, and working remotely allows me to visit for longer periods of time at least and work there when I need to. And see if you can make your free times and weekends like eventful or something that you can anticipate, you know? Like, for example, what did I do last weekend? You probably already know what I do on weekends. Damn, these weekends fly by way too fast. But to end this video, I do want to say that working remote has been absolutely wonderful. I am privileged to be in a position to do so. And specifically working alone has given myself a lot of time to reflect on the person I want to be as I go through my 20s, and also become more aware of how valuable time is in general and how I should be utilizing and investing in my time. I think our 20s is very imperative in individual growth, both in emotional intelligence, personal growth, professional growth, and with so much going on and so much that we need to prioritize, it gets very easy to kind of brush off certain aspects within our lives. And I feel that working remote and working alone allows me to take a step back and reflect on those things. So, speaking of utilizing my time, I have to get back to work. Goodbye. So I tell you. Mario Kart really taught me how to drive.